my name is Latetiaaa and welcome back to my itty bitty channel. Today I will be creating a soft glam makeup look, and I'm going to be using some techniques that I've been seeing trending, especially on TikTok and Instagram. The look that I'm going for is called Underpainting. I thought it looked familiar, and a few years ago this was a viral thing where you were doing your contour, your concealer. It was called reverse contour, reverse makeup. So you're pretty much doing your contour, your concealer, blush, everything you're doing typically on top of your foundation. You're gonna do it first, and then you're gonna put your foundation over top, and everything that you've done first should be able to show through that foundation, and you just set everything at the end, to my understanding. I actually checked out It's Likely Makeup on YouTube. She's one of my favorites. I'll link her down below if you guys want to check her out. And I looked at her underpainting video. And also I'm going to play around with my brows today, and I'm going to attempt my own fluff brows. Now, fluff brows have been around for a minute. It's not really a new technique either, but it's something that I haven't personally tried. When I first started seeing fluff brows, they were called like soap brows, where people were taking like a transparent type of bar soap and using it to set their brows first and then fill them in, kind of like a gel. But I've also seen videos where people have been using the Got To Be Glued hair gel, not to be confused with Gorilla Glue. This is the Ultra Glued. There's another one that's not as strong as this one. It's in a yellow bottle, but I ended up getting this one. So I'm gonna use just like a tiny bit of it because I know this has a pretty strong hold. And also I changed my hair. My natural hair is in desperate need of a wash. So I figured I would just put this on for the sake of the video. I'll probably keep this on because me and Lace, we don't get along. So anyway, enough with the talking. So if you guys want to see how I get this look, then keep watching. I went on ahead and primed my face, and I used, of course, my go-to, which is the Milk Hydro Grip primer. So now we're gonna get on with our brows. So let me scoot the camera in a little bit closer. Okay, so my brows are pretty thick right now because I haven't gotten them threaded. It's been a few weeks, but I figured this would be a good time to play around with the fluff brow. I'm gonna go ahead and brush my brows up first, just to get an idea of what they look like. So I'm gonna take like the smallest amount because this stuff has a pretty strong hold, and I'm just gonna put it on with my fingers. Make sure it's like a thin amount. Brush them back up. You see those loose hairs? I'm just gonna go right across the top and try to like line them out. So we're gonna repeat with the other brow. Next thing you're supposed to do is just fill in any gapped areas. So I'm just taking my ultra slim pencil from Maybelline. Oh, I really like that. That is cute. Back to like blend out any little harsh lines. This brow is always smaller than this one, so I'm gonna have to figure something out, but I'm really liking this. I have to do my concealer brows. I love my concealer brows. I know not everyone is doing it now, but it's just some things that I feel like, why change it? So I'm gonna clean them up with a little bit of my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Butterscotch. And I'm mostly doing this because, like I said, I haven't gotten my brows done, so I have some hairs that have grown out. As always, I forgot to wet my sponge, so let me do that and I'll be right back. So I'm back, my sponge is wet and ready to go. Let's go ahead and back this camera up and get started with the face. So I'm gonna get started with my concealer first. So going back in with that same concealer, my Born This Way, I'm just gonna apply it. And I'm gonna use the eye lift method that I've been seeing on Instagram, social media. So we're just gonna put some concealer right along the inner part of our eye, and then take some more concealer and just go up with it. And this is supposed to give us like more of an eye lift. And I'm going to take my wet beauty sponge and you just blend it across. The point is to keep it in that spot. Me personally, to kind of help shape out my nose, I kind of go along the sides of it. And we're just gonna go back and forth until we get it nice and blended. Next, I'm gonna apply my concealer where I normally put it. Just gonna put my usual, and then go along my forehead here. Draw like an exclamation point. So a line along the bridge and a little dot. This concealer dries down fairly quickly, so I would otherwise go ahead with my cream contour, but because I don't want this to get a little too drying, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out first. So now we're going to contour, and I'm using one of my favorite go-tos. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick in the shade Walnut. I love using this as a contour. Right up under where that concealer is. I typically don't contour my forehead because I don't have a forehead to work with, but we're gonna do it for the sake of this. So I'm just gonna take a little tiny brush. This is the same brush I did use for my brows, but I'm just gonna shape out my nose this time. And then I always draw across like the top of my bridge to create like a lift effect. Take a little bit along my jawline here. I'm gonna take it on my eyelids. This is going to act as a part of this soft glam look that we're working with today. So taking this same sponge, I'm gonna blend my contour, and I'm keeping it in place, but I'm blending upward, trying not to take it too far down. Now I do take it down with my jawline because I have a chubby face. I forgot my upper lip. Let me actually go ahead and fix that real quick. Now we're gonna move on to foundation. I was trying to figure out what foundation to use because I wanted everything to still show. So I decided to go with the Rare Beauty foundation by Selena Gomez, and this is in the shade 450 Neutral. You do have to shake this foundation up because it is on the liquid side, like it's really liquidy. Pretty much everywhere that is bare, I'm just gonna apply that. I'm gonna use my sponge to blend it out. I'm just really lightly going over those contour areas. I don't think now that I'm blending it out, I don't think I put on enough contour. I don't know if you guys can still see like the contour. I think I blended it away. So we're gonna go with some powder over this. Let me blend out my concealer because I haven't used powder yet and it's starting to crease under my eyes. I'm gonna set the center of my face with my Fenty Beauty honey powder that you guys see in every single video. And then I'm just gonna take whatever's left to set my eyelids because all I wanted to use was that foundation stick for my eyes today. I lost my contour, safe to say, so I'm gonna go in with my trusty CoverGirl bronzer in Ebony, and I'm just using this tapered fluffy brush. Is this cheating? I feel like I'm cheating. I'm actually not gonna bother my nose because I think my nose looks okay. I'm gonna move on to lashes. I'm gonna put on some mascara. This is my Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. And I'm gonna put on these lashes by Kiss in the style Brassiere from their Kiss Couture line. And I'm gonna do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I went on ahead and did my lashes and mascara. It didn't hit me until after I was putting on my lashes that I forgot to do cream blush, which is like a big part of this trend. So I'm gonna cheat again and I'm gonna put on some powder blush. This is from my e.l.f. palette, and this is the dark palette. This color right here, this is my favorite one out the palette. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on, whoops, over my contour. So yeah, I tried, I really did. I'm gonna highlight with my Fenty Beauty highlighter, and this is in the 2 shades of Afternoon Snack and More Honey. Pretty soft champagne gold kind of color. Now we're gonna move on to lips. So I actually played around with this with liquid lipsticks. ColourPop liquid lipsticks at that. I will not recommend that. But I'm gonna do like a nude lip, and I'm using cream products this time because when I tried to do the ColourPop the other night or last night, it got dry super quick, so I wasn't able to blend it. And even though it turned out okay, I don't recommend using liquid lipsticks for this. I'm gonna take some cream lipsticks, also by Fenty Beauty. So I'm gonna outline my lips first with the Mattemoiselle lipstick in Shawty. It's a pretty chocolate brown color. Then for the middle, I'm taking another Fenty Beauty lipstick. This is the Slip Shine in Makeout Break, and it's a pretty neutral color. And you can leave it like this. It's completely fine, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of gloss from NYX, and this is in Maybelline. I feel like my face is kind of dry from all that powder, so I'm gonna go over everything with what's left of my Milk Hydro Grip Spray. This is the final look. I feel like I failed. I feel like I cheated, which, well, I did cheat. Because technically I was supposed to put on everything first, and I forgot the blush, the cream blush. And it's literally right here in front of me. I was supposed to use, and I forgot. But I mean, I still like it. I think it's really pretty. I'm in love with my brows. I do have to play around with this one a little bit because this is my struggle brow. But other than that, I really do like this look. If you guys like this look and you want to see more looks like this, you want to see me try more trending makeup on this channel, feel free to let me know. Don't forget to like this video if you did, and subscribe if you like. Turn on notifications so you know that I post. I post every Sunday, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.